When Time Freezes by Samantha Bartlett. This morning I woke up like any other day, or at least I thought it would be when I went to sleep last night. This morning I slept in, and when I opened my eyes it was 7:45 and I flew out of bed in a panic. I looked around the room to try to find my sister. I found Lizzie standing in the hallway looking in our mirror. I noticed and thought, that's creepy, but I calmed down having realized she was here and evidently okay. Wondering why she didn't wake me up like usual, I walked into the bathroom and took care of getting ready for school. Strangely, as I was leaving the front door to go, I was shocked to see her still in the same spot, gazing in her own eyes. "What are you doing? You gotta get ready for school." She didn't respond, didn't move at all, as if I didn't exist. "Lizzie." I walked out the door and slammed it behind me. I hate when she treats me like I don't exist. Why does she do that? I stood at the car door waiting for my mom and my sister for what felt like 20 minutes, and no one came out. What the heck? Storming back in, I slammed the door behind myself and stomped up the steps. I reached out to shake her, and the moment my hands reached her, they went through. Stunned, I stood with my hands through her shoulders for a few seconds before I looked to my left, over my shoulder, and saw myself sleeping in my bed. Looking up at the clock, no time had passed at all. The clock still showed 7:45. I realized what this all could mean. Time is standing still, and I'm not in my body. This begs the question, what am I? Is time frozen? Am I dreaming? I decided I would try to figure out how to unfreeze time. I ran downstairs to see if my mom was frozen too. I was horrified to see her pouring milk in a cereal bowl, and even the milk was frozen. Not frozen like ice, just not moving. I heard a distant drowning sound like a bell's ring. Not ringing repeatedly, just one long sustained ring. I go outside to check it out, but I can't figure out exactly where it's coming from. No, I do know. It's the school. Wait, does that mean the school is going on like normal? No, something sounded off. Something inside me wondered. I began to focus on the sky above me. I focused harder on that one thing, anything in my life. Time passed and I felt stupid because nothing happened. When looked back at my house, it was gone. Looking frantically around me, I saw I was 100 feet in the air, hovering over my yard. Ah! I gasped for air. I tried to get down, by calming down, relaxing and hoping to drift down. It worked. My heart was racing. I had never experienced flying before, and it filled my stomach with butterflies. I flew around as free as a bird for a while. I tested the limits of my speed and found I could go ridiculously fast. Was I time traveling? This is crazy. I got the idea somehow that I would be waking up at any time. Just my luck. So I flew to the school, straight to the main hub in the ceiling above the office. I ripped the heck out of the wires, and when I grabbed them, they snapped like spaghetti. It was so easy. After I was sure that no power could run, I flew back home to test my theory. The moment I touched my own body, I woke up, this time in bed, in my body, and my sister glanced over to see me and said, "Gosh, you never wake up on time." A few minutes later, I was getting some cereal, and the phone rang, and my mom answered, silently for the first moment, and then gasped. She hung up and said, "School is canceled. Some sort of electrical outing at the school." I stood there with my jaw dropped and eyes open wide. Turning slowly, I said, "I'm going back to sleep."